It's Sunday evening here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit, and the cars are being prepared for what is going to be a fascinating event. It's time for the Singapore Grand Prix. Kimi Raikkonen is on a bit of a charge, and starting from pole position is about as good as it gets before the lights go out to start today's race.
He'll want to stay out of trouble over the first few laps, but he'll be determined not to let any cars past him. If he can maintain that position once everything's settled down, he'll have a massive advantage and be able to control the race.
Hoping to build on their impressive performance last time out will be Ferrari. The last Grand Prix saw their best result of the season. It's a performance that they'll want to match, or even better this time out.
I think they can have another good race here today. No reason why not. They definitely have the performance in the car. It's just a matter of getting the strategy right and giving both of their drivers the best shot at claiming good points.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Reese Jeffries career mode here as Kimi Raikkonen. I'm not Reese, as you can probably tell. I'm a friend of Reese's called F1 Maestro 26, and we're off the grid here already. Reese has been swamped, as no TC users usually are, and Hamilton and Rosberg have made contact, and Rosberg has been side pole glitched there. So Hamilton and Rosberg got past Reese after the start, and then they made contact at turn 2. Rosberg is down to last place, and that is not the start that Mercedes wanted. Meanwhile, Reese, after his poor traction off the line, has got a relatively average start. Here we've got a replay on board with Rosberg. So Reese moves over to cover Hamilton, and Rosberg goes clean around the outside, but he turns into Hamilton and then just gets clipped on his rear tyre. He gets hit again, so he might have a rear puncture there. And here we have Hamilton's POV. He slides past Reese because Reese got a poor start, and then Rosberg just appears and spins into him. I don't really think Hamilton was at fault there, to be honest. And now Vettel's point of view. Vettel was the one who clouded him, so he lost a couple of positions as well in there. As you can see, Felipe Nasr there, who's having a good race, and there was more contact. Anyway, skipping to the end of lap 1. Raikkonen or Reese now in the back of Hamilton. Hamilton's got a poor exit out of the final corner. Reese will use the slipstream. He's come alongside using rich mix up the inside into turn 1. He's hit the apex. Hamilton's run out wide for some reason, and Reese takes the lead. I'm not sure why Hamilton ran out wide there. He just seemed to be scared off the track. But once again, Reese has managed to recover the lead after a poor start. And now skipping on to lap 7. He's holding the lead comfortably as we come to the end of the first sector. He's corner cut there like an absolute Toby Jones as they now come into the right-hander. So Hamilton's just behind him. He's still posing a bit of pressure, but Reese is pretty much out of the DRS window, but he's hit his right tyre on the wall there, which sticks out on the exit of that left-hander, and he's completely lost. Oh no, he hasn't lost his tyre, sorry, he's got a puncture. What am I talking about? And he's coming into the pits now. Luckily it was the pit stop lap anyway, but he had to drive like 3/4 of the lap, which has cost him a lot of time. He's now down to 10th behind Pastor Maldonado as he pulls into his box now. I'm assuming he'll go for the prime tyres. No, he goes for another set of options as he pulls out. Will he be able to jump Maldonado? Yes, he will. I think Maldonado was held for Grosjean there. So not ideal there from the Lotus boys. He's up into P11. I don't think there's anyone coming down the pit straight. So he comes out of the pits now. 2 stops remaining. So I'm assuming he'll go option prime again if he can make the tyres last, as he's got a warning for crossing the pit exit line there. Luckily the game doesn't give you penalties. Otherwise Reese should be looking at a 2-second time penalty. Skipping on to the end of lap 9, he's got DRS on Grosjean. Purple lap there, he's squeezing Grosjean a bit aggressively. He's broken quite late. He's overshot the corner. That is probably an illegal overtake, to be honest. And Grosjean, what the hell are you doing? I think Grosjean got a bit angry that Reese overtook him illegally and tried to take him out, but that was an illegal overtake, to be fair. But it's a video game, so we'll let him off. Next up is Sergio Perez, and he's going for a Felipe Massa-esque move, except much less dramatic, and he's got the move done. Perez on primes there, I noticed, so he's going for a different strategy as we now come into the end of Sector 2. Nasr is 3 seconds up the road, and Perez has gone for a dive bomb. What is he doing? And he spun out. He was cutting the corner anyway. Here we have a replay from Perez's point of view. What was he doing? This was the most stupid dive bomb I've ever seen. He was miles back. He committed to the move, and then obviously Reese was already there. He's taken out Grosjean in the process. Here's Grosjean's POV. He just sees Perez go for a stupid dive. Reese clips him. Not much Grosjean could have done, to be honest, but then Perez decides to park it for no reason whatsoever. He could have got going again. Grosjean maybe should have gone to the inside, but we'll talk more about Perez's stupid move. Anyway, and Reese has exited the replay, and he's gone straight up the escape road. Bit of a mistake there, although we can blame Codemasters for jumping you straight back into the race after a replay, although I think the patch has now fixed that. Anyway, he's been passed by Kvyat and Hulkenberg. He's going for a move on Hulkenberg into turn 18. Hulkenberg trying to hang it around the outside, but now Rhys has the outside line and he hangs it with better traction. Next up is the Russian Daniel Kvyat for P6. Again, as we now skip on to the end of the first sector at lap 11, as he's on the back of Kvyat and he's got the inside line. Kvyat held it around the outside. Can Rhys now hold it around the outside? Kvyat, and they've made contact. Kvyat squeezes him into the wall. He's lucky not to have any damage there, to be honest. And now they come to the old Singapore sling. Kvyat holding the inside, but Rhys has managed to sling it around the outside as he gets the position for P6. And Felipe Nasser is doing a great job in P5 in that awful Sauber. Let's be honest, it's one of the worst cars on the grid apart from the McLaren and the Manor. As now, skipping on to the replay cameras, Kvyat goes for a Perez-esque move and drives straight into the wall. He probably has some front wing damage, and we'll have another look at that. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but now, lap 14, that was very close. Nasser just kind of brake-checked Rhys coming into the pit lane there, and luckily it ghosted Rhys, otherwise Rhys might have lost his front wing there. As he comes out the pit box, will he get the jump on Nasser? It looks like he's going to. Yes, he does. He moves up into P5. Jenson Button in P4. I assume he hasn't stopped yet. And now, later on to lap 18, on board with Rhys once again. He's behind Button, who's still on options. So, I don't know. Maybe he started on primes. But Rhys goes for a dive, and he gets the move done. Yes, he does. And next up is Valtteri Bottas for a podium place. Now, lap 21. Rhys's tyres have completely died and his front wings just exploded there as he hit the wall. Obviously he's going to have to come into the pits. He's in P3 for some reason. I assume that is because someone's pitted ahead, but he's locked up. He's done a James Casey and he's lost the other. No, he's lost all his wing now. Ricciardo looks like he's got some damage as well behind, and he's now going to have chronic understeer as well as more James Casey lockups as we come into the pit lane for a new front wing. This is the third stop of the race. What tyres is he going to go for? He goes for another set of primes. You better hope those see him through to the end of the race. Nasser's come in behind him and he's going to be held. So it says 8.2, but it's more like a 10-second pit stop, to be honest. I don't think it's going to cost him too much. And no, it doesn't, but he's back behind Jenson Button, who is now onto his last stint on primes. So I think Button might have done one less stop than everyone else. And he's hanging it in for a legitimate P4 here, as Rhys is going to try and go around the outside, and he gets the move done. Brilliant stuff there from Rhys, even though it was on a McLaren Honda. But we'll try and ignore that, and that was a pretty good move. I don't think he'll be able to catch Bottas, as we now skip on to lap 25 and coming into turn 18. And Rhys has turned in a bit too much. He's hit the wall. He's going to have to get it turned round. He might get disqualified here if he's not careful. And he's lost his wing. He's lost his wing. And what happened there? And Button is hitting him round. He's got a 5-second penalty. That is stupid. As Button goes up the inside. I'm not sure Button has got any damage from that. But Rhys hangs it around the outside with no front wing. So he's going to have to come into the pits. He's pretty much used up all his tyres. I'm not sure if Button's following him in. He is, and there's been contact. Button has gone flying across the track. That was Rhys's fault. He should have gone into the pit. He should have committed to the pit lane earlier, Rhys. And I think Button was trying to take the normal line. Nasser's coming into the pits. But Rhys now into his pit box. Another change of wing here. He's going to drop well down the order now. Down to 8th, down 9th, 10th. Will he even get points today? 8.0 second pit stop, sorry. As Nasser's jumped him somehow. He's 13th, and we didn't show the rest of the race. But Button also had a 5-second penalty. And Rhys, I'm not sure where he finished, but Bottas won the race from Ricciardo. They were separated by less than a second. And next was Vettel, miles back, 54 seconds back. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you leave a like and a sub to Rhys's channel and subscribe to me. I've just hit 50 subs. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yes, I want to say a big thank you and shout out to F1 Maestro for commentating over my video. I couldn't commentate over this because I just had too many people in the house, and I needed to get this episode out because I haven't had a done episode for career mode in like ages. and I just wanted to have someone different, as my commentating is quite not the best. And at the end of the video, he didn't know where I came because I retired in that race. I just couldn't put any more effort into this video or race because I had so many penalties, and it was just a shambles after that incident with the puncher. Literally, I was so mad I had to restart about 1,000 times. That's been the Singapore Grand Prix, guys. Make sure you check out James F1 Maestro's channel. Link will be in the description, and his Twitter. He just hit 50 subs, so go sub to him and also sub to me. So please like and subscribe. Peace.